Hey guys, Adam Perry here with TrueDFS. Like in the morning that I mentioned, Bobby Fi is out today. Unfortunately, Sheets is out as well. So I am going to cover our live before lock, get you started building for tonight's slate. Let me know if you have any questions in chat or put them in Discord because I'm mostly going to focus on questions. I'll be real quick and just show you what I got to using Goldie's projections. And really, speaking of Goldie's projections, they're just one of the features you get access to at TrueDFS. And you'll get Sheets' projections. You get the premium Discord. You get access to the pay-dirt model that we've been using for betting and we've been using for DFS. And then, of course, you get SaberSim. Now's the time, like and subscribe. Check out TrueDFS. Now's the time because you could get the core package for it's like $20 less than you'd get it or $20 more than you'd pay just at SaberSim, right? So you get all that on top of it. It just makes sense. The price is right. It's like $99. You can't beat it. So you're going to see how we use it today. So if you like that, check out TrueDFS.com. Give it a try. You could give a trial too to see how you like it. See how you think it helps your DFS process. And I'm not going to go through my whole process today. I kind of did that in the morning show. I'm just going to go through what I'm getting. So people ask, how to use these tools, what do you get to, etc. I'll show you exactly what I got and what I'm going to do with that. So we'll start on DraftKings and we'll assume this is for the flagship GPP. I've got 150 lineups built and I'm going to go, let's turn on chat. What's up, Team Underground? Let's go. That's right. Okay, so I've got 150 lineups built. My highest owned stacks, and I'm playing only 5-mans. My highest owned are San Francisco by a mile, then Colorado, then Boston, a little Washington, and then spread out from there. Yikes. We've got, the San Francisco I get against Nola. Nola's going to be pretty high owned. We need leverage to take down this tournament. So we're going to get that San Francisco leverage. Now the Colorado against the Bobby Miller, scary. It's scary stuff. I don't know that I'm keen to have this much San Francisco and this much Colorado, so we'll handle that in a minute. The other thing I want to do is go over my most owned pitchers. People ask who I like. I run the Sims, and the Sims tell me who I like. So look at all that Robbie Ray. And I assume much of it is correlated in our San Francisco stacks. Then we got Nick Martinez, which is similar to the morning, and then it's pretty spread out. This Bobby Miller thing's interesting. I talked about it in the morning. So in his last minor league start, he only got up to 55 pitches. He had been ramping up, though, and reached 91 in his start before. But I just don't think the Dodgers haven't been giving guys leashes. I just wonder about this projection on him, of him being the second highest projected pitcher. I wonder about the projected pitch count. SaberSim's got 87 pitches. I'm a bit leery of it, but I am okay to take 14%. I got some more Bubich than I got to in the morning. I talked about why I would prefer that, and it kind of happens. So the only thing I'm going to do is, there's two ways I can handle all this San Francisco and Colorado that I don't want. One is just saying, give me less and forcing in a number. And the other is just by asking for uniques. Now, one of the benefits of asking for uniques is that it's not just going to break up the players and give me different stacks. It also may just break up some of the players in those stacks. So there's just less competition, perhaps, within our San Francisco stacks between them or the Colorado stack, because once we put lineups in the GPP, they're then competing with each other. So let's go ahead and see. Let's see how our ROI looks too. 234%, that's obviously inflated. If we had something with a 234% ROI, we would be on a boat somewhere. But let's see here, beach. So let's see if we go 3 uniques, how far in our pool we have to go, what that ROI looks like. It takes us down in the San Francisco, gets us to more Boston. We're still on a lot of Colorado. Let's bump it up 1. I mean, we're not going too far down. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, this is more like it to me. I'll take some of the leverage at 30% and then stay spread out. I have no stack after that. I mean, an 18% Boston stack against Littell, I'm fine with. And then nothing more than 10%. I'll take that crazy Colorado play. I talked down Bobby Miller anyway. Who knows? It's baseball. And then we got a little boost to the Dodgers. And let's see how our pitching looks now. I don't want this much Robbie Ray. 38% I can live with. Then we've got the Nick Martinez, the Bryce Miller. Bobby Miller goes up. That's one change I'm going to make here. I did not like having more than the 14% of Bobby Miller. So let's make that change. And let's see. We really fell on the Bubich. We were at 12%, something like that. I'm going to say give me at least 13% on him. Okay. Now let's see how our stacks look. Got all 5-mans, 30%, a little less Boston. Got boosted on Washington. I'll take it. Colorado. Then a nice spread. So who am I playing on DraftKings? I'm leveraging against Nola, playing San Francisco at a high clip. And then I'm really spread out. Got a good amount of Boston going into Tampa against Zach Littell. Pretty decent total, a good park. I've got Washington. Who's Washington? Washington is playing Pittsburgh, stacking against Bailey Falter. I am perfectly happy stacking against Bailey Falter, so no problems there. I've got the Dodgers at a high rate. You cannot go wrong with the Dodgers, especially against Colorado. Now, they're expensive. They'll probably get owned, but that's okay. 6% of the portfolio, I like it. For pitching on DraftKings, I am going 38% Rob Ray. That jibes with the San Francisco play. I've got, I assume they're correlated in a lot of lineups. We could just take a look and see. Here we've got Ray, not with San Fran. Here's a San Fran stack. Maybe not. We'd have to look through them all to really tell. Then I've got Bryce Miller, Bobby Miller. Pretty spread out after that, but my two highest owned pitchers are Robbie Ray and Nick Martinez. And then the Millers, Dean Kramer, 13% Bubich, which I demanded, 12% Littell, not much Nola, who's expected to be the highest owned pitcher on the slate. And there you have it. That is what I'm doing on DraftKings. Let's go over to FanDuel. Remember, guys, do like and subscribe. Remember, if you think these tools are pretty cool, and I think they are, you can get them for not much more than you'd have to pay at SaberSim alone. And you get so much more with it, right? Goldie's projections that I'm using. You get Sheets' projections, the pay dirt model. Been doing some great stuff with NHL with that too. And pretty much every DFS sport. The time is right. Check it out. Try a tutorial if you want to jump in. We would love to have you. And jump in Discord. There's a lot of good stuff going on. Okay. So FanDuel, 150 lineups. Here I got the Nola. Oh, it always moves my exposures over. Where's my exposures filter here? Here it is. 35% Nola, 22% Ray, 11% Fott. One pitcher site. I like it. I like that I'm getting the Nola on FanDuel. Like, let's say I was playing on both sites. A big, like I said in the morning, you have a portfolio, and SaberSim can take into account for the fact that you have a portfolio and the lineups play against each other, And they say it does a good job of that, at least. It's very hard to understand, but they're accounting for the fact that you have multiple entries in your set of lineups. But the problem is they can only do that for DraftKings and they can do that for FanDuel, but they can't do it for DraftKings and FanDuel. So the fact that I am getting a healthy amount of NOLA exposure on FanDuel makes me pretty happy, right? Because I could say, okay, he's more represented in my portfolio as the top projected pitcher on the slate, and right, because my money doesn't know from FanDuel or DraftKings. It's all one budget. So I'm happy to have some NOLA over there. As for stacks, I have only 4 men. That is by design. I said give me only 4 men and much more spread out. We've got the Washington again. We've got the San Francisco, but our highest owned stack is Arizona. And then we're pretty even out there with the Athletics, Miami, Seattle, some more Boston. I might say I'm okay having, I might say just take it a hair down on San Francisco since we have so much over on DraftKings, and, take it a hair down on Washington since that was one of our highest exposed on DraftKings as well. So it's still our highest exposed here. A lot of that went to Arizona. We're at 32%. Let's say take a max of 30 there. That's one way you could do it instead of using uniques. We could also still demand uniques, but I don't think we need to. So, what am I playing tonight? I'm playing Arizona on FanDuel, got Washington on FanDuel, Seattle, and a pretty good amount of NOLA in my pitcher spot. So that's all. If anyone has any questions, post them in Discord. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out TrueDFS.com. Join us in Discord where we sweat the games and just exchange information. There's a lot of good stuff going on in there that you will find. You got Bobby, you've got Sheets, you've got Rody, you've got Canine. I'm probably forgetting so many subs that contribute. Leon, Epidemic, so many. So shout out to all of them and good luck on tonight's slate. Let's go.